are with me, Anushka Arora on Sunrise Radio, in the middle of this 36-hour radio marathon in which we are raising money for our charity partner, CRY, Cardiac Risk in the Young. Not just raising money, but raising awareness for this cause as well that many of you may not know about. I'm now joined by Neenu, whose family has been involved with CRY, and she's here to talk about her involvement. Welcome to Sunrise Radio. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Anushka.
Good. So Neenu, tell us a little bit more about why you first became involved with our charity partner, CRY.
Yes, the first time I was made aware of CRY was 7 years ago, back in 2013. 2013 marked the 10th anniversary of the passing of my brother, Bobby Fury. He was 29 when he passed away in June of 2003, and we wanted to mark it with doing something and bringing all of our family together, because death affects everybody in different ways. And because it was so close to so many of our hearts, when I researched it, I came across CRY. And ever since, for the past 7 years, we've been fundraising, going on the annual CRY Heart of London Bridges Walk, which has been fantastic because it's brought everybody together in solidarity. It's helped us to raise more awareness amongst our fellow members of the family and wider friend network, because not a lot of people know about what CRY is all about and how it supports people with cardiac risk in the young, because we didn't know about it, certainly until my brother passed away. And it's helped us to educate other people to be more cautious, have early screening, and just making people aware about it.
Yes, absolutely. And Neenu, you mentioned these events, the fundraising events that you have been part of. Tell us a little bit in more detail about these kind of events and what happens there.
Right, it's so well organised. CRY is so efficient. I mean, there are so many events that take place, but we particularly go on the London Bridges Walk every year, which takes place in June, which is also really fitting because that's the anniversary of when my brother had passed away. Now, they send out all this information, these packs, T-shirts. The registration is really well run. We attend on the day, meet in London at they've changed the locations a few times, but there are hundreds of people that participate, and all with a commonality that everyone has had somebody passed away close to them. But it brings about a sense of unity, that you're not alone. There are others that have been affected by this. And sadly, you see new faces every year, you see old faces, but it just brings everybody together to remind each other that we're all here to support one another. And it brings about an opportunity to just remember those of past as well, and help to raise more awareness, because they make it fun, they make it involved, and it's a real community spirit about it. And the way that CRY organise things is so efficient, and it makes it so easy, and they're just very caring as well. The volunteers that take part, you just feel very inclusive.
How nice. That's so nice to hear that they look after you so nicely as well. Neenu, why is fundraising and raising awareness of CRY so important to you as a family?
Well, to us as a family, we obviously, when my brother passed away, it was a huge shock for the whole family. We just couldn't understand some things like this could happen to somebody so fit, young, healthy. He was only 29. And it was only when he passed away that we realised this is actually happening to so many people, and so many young people as well. At first we thought it was mainly males, because you think about heart conditions with males, but so many females have been affected, and it can be from so young as well. So for us as a family, we just want to voice out there that if you've got any concerns whatsoever, any anything that's unexplained which you may be feeling, that go get it checked out. Don't just put it down to I just don't feel well today. Through CRY, we've learned that there's support out there, and what they're doing by doing this awareness is making people aware that if in doubt about anything to do with a heart condition or you're not right, go get checked out, have early screening, have your ECGs. That's what we did immediately after my brother passed away.
Yeah.
We all had ECGs done, but there's more out there to help. So it's really important to us, because we wouldn't, if somebody else's life can be saved by early screening, then that's so important, because to be taken away at such a young age and unexplained is just devastating. It's tragic, and if that can be avoided in somebody else's family, we would want to be able to help them with that.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you mentioned that, straight away after the sad passing of your brother, you guys went to go and get checked. And I think that is so, so important. And that's exactly the message that we are sending out today. So I'm so glad you mentioned that, Neenu. And it's just really, really important, because I think sometimes, with the younger generation, with young people, because we feel like we're so fit, we're exercising, we're eating well, we're eating healthy, we feel like there's nothing wrong with us. But when actually,
yes, we feel invincible.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm guilty of that as well, because I'm like, but I exercise every day, I run every day, and I eat healthy. But actually, you just don't know. You just never know. So that's why these screenings and a charity like Cry is so important, right?
Absolutely. And then the fact that they do so much research as well, and Cry regularly send monthly updates, newsletters they send out, and it really keeps you involved so that you can spread that awareness, you can let other people know about it. But the early screening is so important, because you simply don't know what's going on inside, and there's no way of telling from outside. So the early screening is so important, and I can't advocate that enough, having obviously gone through this as a family, and had somebody so close to us pass away from something like this. I would urge anybody, if in doubt, to do that, and I have done. If somebody has said anything to me that they know of their son or their daughter or anybody that's experienced anything, I always say, right, immediately go get checked out, because it's so important.
Yeah, Neenu, thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking about this in so much depth. We really appreciate that, and I appreciate you speaking about your emotions after your brother passed away as well. So thank you. I know it's not easy, even though it's been so many years, but much appreciated, and thank you so much.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you for everything as well.
Thank you, Neenu. Take care of yourself. See you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.